Mother Phoenix Rising. I'm Deidre.
And I'm Sharon.
And we are so excited today. We're going to be talking about dating after 50. And oh boy.
Breathe, just
you know,
breathe.
It could be a lot of fun and it could be a challenge. And on top of it, it could be something you can write a whole book about.
Oh man, yeah, that is true. That is so true.
I think one of the things is in dating over 50, I think that you really need to know what it is that you want. After 50, I think that you do know what you want, but you're not wanting to sit down and write down.
Give them a list, just hand them a list and say, this is what I really want. And it's funny because I've dated a few men and they are pretty specific. They're like, you know what?
They are?
Yeah.
They always know what they want, don't they?
Yeah, but I mean, some of them are vocal about it. And they're like, you know, I really want this, and this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? And I appreciate that because you're like, you don't have to waste a lot of time, or you can just, you know, I want to enjoy somebody's company. I want to enjoy somebody's company, somebody I can laugh with, somebody I can
but Sharon,
go
what do you think it's like for women over 50? I've read so many different things, and, you know, they're all over the board. And
well,
I think,
but you look at everybody,
you make of it,
and everybody, it's all over the board because we're all over the board. You know, what you want and what I want are going to be two different things. I mean, everybody wants love. They want someone to treat them well.
The end result.
Yeah,
love is the end result.
And I think it's just finding the compatibility in a partner.
I think one of the things is
a return,
big hug and a kiss, and absolutely feel the love from somebody and return it, because there's a lot of us that are expecting it, want it, but we don't give it because we're holding back. Let's see what they do.
And you know, I'm very guilty of having been in a 31-year-old marriage and then having a few boyfriends and then having things that I put walls up, and we all do. We put up walls.
No, when you're saying putting up a wall, what are you doing?
I'm just not
judging,
I'm not letting anybody in. Oh, he's not my guy. Oh, I want this. I want
and you
that.
find every excuse that's wrong.
Yeah, and my girls are all, Mom,
situation.
Relax. You know, come on, relax. And I have learned to sit. You know, you get offered to go out, and you think, this is so not my type. And then I think, you know what?
What is your type? I mean, you don't know yet.
Well, we all think we know what it is, but it does change and it differs. And I always go, okay, take a deep breath and relax and really be in the moment. Yeah.
You know, the number one thing should be, you know, whether it's companionship or somebody that loves me or communication, whatever it is for you. It has nothing to do with a sheet that you follow. And a lot of people tell you, you know, this is the guideline of what you should follow. You really need to create your own guideline and create what it is that your life has been different than the next person.
Right.
And
we've all had different experiences.
Exactly.
And we all think we know what we want. Sometimes I'm just like, I take a breath and just ask God to keep me open to anyone or anything, you know, because we just never know. You get there, like,
I would have never thought this. Oh my God, what am I doing here? I would have never thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think it's really important to open up and just let things happen the way they're supposed to.
Right. And sometimes a date, even though they may not be your person, they might teach you something about yourself.
That's true.
Or teach you about what you really want in a person. And
well, Sharon, do you know what you really want in a person? Have you really sat down and said?
Yeah, I've made my list and I've made it very, very specific, like it says. But
you think it should be specific?
Well, sometimes you look at it and you think, at this point in life, some of these specific things are unrealistic. Yeah. And it's and you know, then I think, oh gosh, I wonder if he's going home after our date and kind of did the same thing, thinking, you know what, she was a lot of what I wanted, but you know, so I mean, it goes both ways.
Looks together have nothing to do with how you feel inside.
Exactly, and it's
If
got to
you're
be someone
taking that, if you're taking that as your priority,
Yeah.
you're going to have issues.
Yeah.
I
No.
think one of the biggest things, and I think
is how they make you feel.
And not only that, Sharon, I think communication is huge. Don't you
Oh
believe
yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. If you can talk and laugh and
Just make fun of everything. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be so doggone serious. And like you said, just be able to love somebody for who they are rather than this magical thing that you've made up in our minds. Like I said,
it
we
can
all
still be
want
pretty
this.
magical. I mean, your heart can still just flutter and get the giggles, and it can be beautiful. And I know a lot of people, and I've had a lot of friends that have fallen in love at this age. And
Can you believe it? I know some
I-
friends that fell in love at 82 and
I know,
they
and I
were
think
just
that's
madly
so
in love.
beautiful.
And we think that only young people in love,
No.
that's beautiful, and it's
No.
not. I appreciate the older person because they really have that wisdom and that appreciation deep
Yeah.
down inside. I think when you're younger is a little more surface because
Yeah.
you don't understand yet.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with
And
it.
I think that's the beautiful part of being able to talk about stuff and laugh and giggle. You know, I dated this one guy and we had so much fun.
What you
and-
guys do.
We just giggled and laughed about life, and we were like little kids, you know.
And that's what we
Yeah.
need to bring
Yeah.
back. A
Yeah.
little bit of that
You want to feel
childlike.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that should never go away.
No.
You don't have to be so serious, and you don't have to look at it and say, "Oh my God, I'm dating," for the 5th or 6th or 7th time.
Yeah.
If that is happening over and over again, I think you have to pull back and start looking at what are your expectations.
Yeah. What walls haven't you knocked
Yes,
down yet?
yes, because I really believe that when you know what you want
Yeah.
and you start putting it out there energetically, I think you draw that, don't you think?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely do. Because when you sit there and are so prim and proper and don't,
Yeah, and you're
You know?
faking the story.
yeah,
You're faking
yeah,
the story.
but you laugh and be real. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what they want, is somebody who can tell a story and flail your arms
and that's what
laugh
you want
and
too,
giggle.
that somebody's real.
Yeah.
There's not a fake person, and then once you get going with them, you think, oh my God, who is this?
Yeah, you know what? At this age, you don't want to find out on the 5th or 10th date that they're not your person.
Yeah.
You want to go in and just be as real as you can be, and them to
And
be
don't
as
you
real
think you need
as
to
they can
spend
be.
enough time, if it takes 2 or 3 or 4 years? Take the time.
Yeah.
Take the time to find out who
Just
that
travel
person is.
and
And
go
be
find
around
them.
if they have a
I-
family, be around the family, travel together.
I was
get some
gonna
type
say,
of act.
I think a weekend trip will tell you more than you'd ever know
yeah, well, I
with
think
somebody.
I think doing something at home with them, like painting a room or something like that.
Yeah.
Not that
Handyman
that's what you want
chores.
to do, but that's real. That's
Yeah.
real. Even if you call somebody to do it, it's
Yeah.
real. There's those things that are real that you have to look at. Okay, if I'm, if they're over and how do they shower? Where do they leave their towels? Those are the things that bug people more than they
Housekeeping.
should, and it shouldn't. It shouldn't, because we're all human
Yeah.
and we're all doing the same thing.
Well, I
But
think
we-
if you live alone long enough, sometimes I'll throw a towel down. I think nobody will see it till tomorrow. Not on the ground, but I just won't.
Oh, be
You know,
honest.
I never throw towels on the ground, never.
Our
But
kids do that.
anyway, it's it is it's a fun thought. It's a fun process.
Yeah.
But sometimes putting yourself out there, because I'll know sometimes like, I don't want to do this. Why am I doing this?
And
And then I go and I have such a fun time. I'm thinking that was awesome. Let's do this again.
isn't it true that
Yeah.
many places that you go where you least expect it, you're going to meet somebody,
Yeah.
and they're the perfect person. So don't ever turn down things that you can go to and appreciate, enjoying the relationships with different people, because you never know the right person that comes along, and you end up extremely happy because they're looking for you too.
And I want to say too is sometimes it's okay for us women to make that first step too.
Yeah.
If you see somebody that you want to make a comment about or two, sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone and say something. It might be,
Just say something.
it might be the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
And it doesn't mean you get aggressive and chase it.
No.
But
it's
there's
just,
so many, like Sharon said, what's wrong with going and complimenting somebody?
yeah,
and
something
saying,
that you
"Oh my
really
God,
like. And I think we're at an older age where I think
Doesn't
it's
matter.
even easier.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
is. We
that's
love
right.
to share stories, and it's just really fun
Yeah.
to hear all the different stories about what makes sense and what doesn't. And sometimes we both have different opinions, but
Mhm.
when we come to asking all the questions, we change our opinions and realize that,
Right.
you know what, come to the middle
Right.
and just be open. It's
Right.
just be open, because I think Sharon's like, yeah, she's letting down her.
My guard, I was
Yeah.
I had a wall up pretty
Yeah,
high
didn't
for a
you?
long time. I was in my own little fortress. I am knocking those walls down.
But go out there, have fun. If you're over 50, even if you're not even 50, go
Yeah.
out and have fun. Don't let life pass you by when you've got an opportunity to go out and just meet people. And you just never know when you're going to meet that next person that's just going to make your life amazing and magical.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you for listening to us today. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah. And Mother Phoenix Rising. Bye.